Welcome back. This is the Ramen Shaman.
And this is Cinnamon Noir. I've decided I'm going to be really peppy this episode. Little change of pace, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa. And that ruined it. Is that what the alpha sections look like?
Yep, that's the alpha sections.
They're zombies. They're pickle zombies.
They're corrupted by the doctors.
Oh. So there is a connect. I knew there was a connection.
You didn't remember that?
No, I didn't. I knew there were allegations, but I don't believe everything the Iris Network tells me. I mean...
Yeah, they're directly in cahoots with
just a bunch of dope-smoking hippie journalists at the Iris Network. I don't believe them. Just like the people who made Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, so that's back-sniping fail.
So interesting, this is almost like a precursor to Half-Life 2. With, you know, the human police force that's been co-opted and, you know, operated upon by an alien force. Oh, can you kick the guy from inside that place? Please tell me you can kick him. Oh. That was doable,
So,
Greg. That was just a
answer is,
flub.
Theoretically.
How can Jade move that far into a wall?
I do not know.
Death gives her some amazing magical powers, that's all I'll say. She's like Jesus. How would Jesus die?
She kind of does sort of seem to be like Jesus near the end.
Mm-hmm. Except Jesus didn't have an evil half. Oh, shoot, spoilers. No, I didn't say anything. Ignore what I said. I'm being peppy. Someone else can be Slippy. Ah! I'm hit!
It's funny that you mention Slippy right before those, like, little frog-looking things appear.
And right before you just leaped over them.
Human. They're controlled by
Do a barrel roll!
We must inform the entire population of this. Quick, send a picture to the Iris Network. I'll continue looking for a way in.
You're already in. You're looking for a way out. Double H, you need to remember these things.
Nice work, Shawnee. We'll publish it. I'll send it to the governor, and she'll send you the code for the loading dock.
You can't...
Don't do me any fucking favors, woman.
Find each other sooner or later.
I'm wondering if Jade ever gets, like, anything for herself from the governor. She should get, like, a key to the city or something at one point.
She should get a key to the city,
Also, what's the name of the city?
Or to the planet.
The planet is called Hillis. Does it have just the one city? Is the city also called Hillis?
Good question.
Was it so nice they named it twice? I don't think Hillis is that great a name.
Maybe it's like a really lame version of Coruscant.
It's like Coruscant with a flooded basement. Actually, it is the flooded
Human
basement.
traffic at the Nutripills factory.
I think we've got
What
it.
made you think of
Try
Coruscant,
that
anyway?
one.
The whole planet is one city thing.
The governor is just like, well, I found this in a drawer somewhere, like my pen drawer. This might be a code that works. Try this one.
Which is kind of a cool concept, honestly.
What is?
A live dipnoid.
The idea of a
Impossible.
planet-spanning city.
A live dipnoi? Inconceivable! They've been extinct for ages. Like that other thing that you saw two of. It's just like a planet full of coelacanths. There's all these things that they think are extinct, but they're not. Actually, I've been looking up some like animals that are very, very old. And like coelacanths, I'm sure you're aware of, right? Living fossils, that kind of thing in general.
Hey, you all right?
I've heard of them.
But coelacanths are still very endangered.
So now I'm trying to get rid of the one who's, get rid of that one at least before I run away.
Yeah, it's a good idea. These guys, sometimes you just have to deal with them one at a time, or try to find them.
Yep.
So one very interesting thing is the ginkgo biloba. Did you know that the ginkgo is one of the oldest plants still alive in the world? It's found in the fossil record from 270 million years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, that means it was around when the dinosaurs were. Mm-hmm. There was another one I was looking for. Pelicans have been virtually unchanged in like the last 60 million years. They even had the same bills back then.
Huh.
There was another one. Crocodiles. I think a lot of people know about that. They're very old. Crocodiles virtually unchanged since the times of the dinosaurs.
Oh god, I think I tried to... No, I don't. Okay, good.
Mud skippers. Mud skippers are my personal favorite. I feel like there are a lot of aliens in fiction based on mud
Oh,
skippers.
did you see that?
What happened?
Me firing that distraction shot behind him.
Oh, sweet.
He fucking fell for it too. It was brilliant.
You are the master ninja. Although, once again, Greg, her face clipped through that thing, and I saw the inside of her face again, and that is terrifying. That happens way too often in this game. I was looking back at a previous episode. Happened in that one, too. It's happened at least 3 times so far.
Command, go clearing authorization. Accorded.
The camera controls for this are not amazing.
They're not great. This was back in the days when bad camera controls were an acknowledged problem with current engines. Anyway, I think mud skippers are kind of cute, but they also look a lot like aliens.
Oh, nice. I actually managed that one on the first try.
Okay, I should stop talking about strange things.
Probably. It's okay, though. You can continue if you like.
Giant salamanders? I love giant salamanders.
Knock yourself out, man.
In one of my favorite anime, there is a character that's a giant salamander. Because there's lots of them in Japan. Ooh. Jeez, Greg, as long as you're just setting them off over and over again, maybe I ought to be looking at weird biology topics.
Yeah, actually that would be a pretty good way to kill time.
Okay.
So yeah, this section is a lot of, like, trial and error.
Let me just do a really dry, like, rattling off of some living fossils. So living fossil just means we have fossil evidence of them from a very long time ago. It may very well be that there are things that have also been around for a long time, and we just haven't found fossils. But we have found a crap ton of fossils. That, I think, is the biological term. Crap ton.
Oh god, does he see me here?
Ooh.
I think he does.
Well,
Oh no.
that's progress. Ow.
How did that not
You
work?
need to stop going for the kick, Greg. I mean, I know it's satisfying to kick their asses, but what you need to do is to shoot their asses.
But seriously, it was like she had started the animation and everything. That one was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's cheap. But there's lots of cheap things about video games this day and age. Also, why do they have the lasers, like, cut you off to go forward but not to go backward? How crappy is their security system?
Sometimes they do cut you off to go backward. I don't know why they didn't do that.
They should
here.
have it set up. I mean, if you're going to have a logical security system, it should be set up so that if they ever they can't get out of sight. That should be the idea of it.
Then again, their security system is extremely compartmentalized. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have. They want to make sure if one of the central terminals gets knocked out, that they can still, they can still send out their shooty robots that blow up after they work once.
So yeah, this time I'm trying not to have him turn around on
Maybe
me.
this game is a wry commentary on a future full of disposable products, Even your death drones, you use them once and throw them away.
That does seem rather wasteful when you think about it.
It does. But these are the alpha sections. I mean, it's not like they care about the environment. Look what they're doing.
True.
So, living fossils. Ferns and mosses are very old. The monkey puzzle tree. You heard of that?
What am I doing? Okay. Oh. Okay. Anyway, continue.
The monkey puzzle is the national tree of Chile. Isn't that interesting? Oh boy. Cycads, have you seen those things? They're basically in every illustration of dinosaurs ever. They're those giant, like, palm tree looking things that have, like, a pineapple body and then fronds. You've seen them, I guarantee you've seen them. They're prehistoric pineapples, that's what they are. Among animals, aardvarks are very old. So are elephant shrews and Laotian rock rats, which would be a great name for a band. Oh my god, this thing is adorable. It looks like a Muppet version of a rat. It's just this big old rat with giant black eyes. Oh
What is it called?
Laotian rock rats, like a rock rat from Laos. Sometimes called the rat squirrel. It was first described in a 2005 article by Paulina Jenkins. Paulina Jenkins. I don't know why I pronounced that in Spanish.
That is
Okay,
pretty
got
cute.
it.
Maybe I thought we were
just
still
sent you
doing
an email.
Icarus
You
Proudbottom.
should have it.
Oh, copies. Oh, copies are very old. So are capybaras.
Capybaras are.
Capybaras.
You know they actually have domesticated cappies now?
Oh, we've domesticated almost every animal on Earth.
Mm.
That is the magic of humanity.
Well, I think with rodents, it's rather easy anyway.
It is. I mean, it's also a question of classification. I mean, if something doesn't eat all of your food and stays in your house, does that mean it's domesticated? Because that includes most mouses. And a lot of spiders. I don't know why I said
I
mouses.
think it's more
mice.
about.
Why do I sound so
I think
stupid?
it's more to do with how friendly they are toward humans.
Spiders are very friendly toward humans. They eat all insect pests.
True.
What I'm saying is that spiders are like pets. And they ought to be
I
treated
don't know
like
what I was thinking there, but
Trying to jump up that?
oh, this is what I'm trying to
You're
do.
probably thinking like, well, I've never tried to, jump out of a boss arena before. Maybe it'll work. Invulnerable? I'm sorry.
Oh,
how does her
alpha
camera
section.
know that that's her Uncle Paige? Does she type in her own captions?
Probably.
And ooh,
It does make me wonder, do they never get are like sapient pigs really rare?
I think they know who this one is. They call him the pig, but they probably know he's Paige. That's why they're after him.
Interesting.
You know what this guy is? The commander? Your Excellency? You know what he's reminding me of? Boris the Spider. He's like a giant spider. Look who's crawling up my wall. Oh my god, he just killed his underling. What kind of hideous monster does that besides Ernstavro Blofeld from Page 1? Ew. Gross.
Close hatches. Cast off moorings. Okay. Lift off.
Wait a minute, that's one of the guys from the Iris Network.
Destination.
Either that or they're really
Oh
low
my
on voice
God.
actors. This is like Oblivion. There's just 6 voice actors. So everyone in the world is just different versions of one personality. Oh my god, even this guy's loogies are attacking you. What the hell is this crap? You're fighting the evil Spider Voltron?
Yep.
Dude. All you need is like a flamethrower chainsaw to complete the awesomeness of this scene.
That would be.
That'd be freaking awesome. I don't know how it would work. You're being attacked by a sentient dog cage. Ooh. You better eat some Star Coast, dude. This is a boss
think I
fight.
need-
You can't get by with only a third of your health.
I think what I actually need is a box of K-Bups.
I'm waiting for the right time, Greg. This is not the time. Yeah! I love this guy. I do like Double H. It's, I don't know that it quite
He
makes up
is-
for the fact that Paige is gone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Them some good K-Bumps.
So yeah, this fight would probably be harder if I hadn't done it like about 5 or 6 times by this point.
That is
if
an
not
unfortunate
more.
aspect of boss fights in this game, is that they're very, how to put it, formulaic. I mean, they're based on a set of principles. Instead of being sort of the idea of you have to get them off guard and then do some hits, it's more like you do a very specific set of things and then they're vulnerable for a very long time. Which is a shame. So yeah, this boss fight right now, what's happening is really boring. And it's already over.
Yeah, that thing only dies in like 3 hits.
This took like a fifth of the time as the first boss. That is pathetic. Ooh, I hate to say this. I do like this game, but that is bad design right there. That was a bad boss design.
It takes longer if you, like I said, if you don't already know exactly how to do it.
Did it even have any more than 2 attacks?
Paige, They've taken
Not really.
Paige.
If it
My
wasn't
name is
for
Double
you,
H, Miss
it would have
Thyrus.
been me they took for a free ride in one of their luxury coffins. Turn ticket not included.
I'll
I
find
think
you,
that goes
Paige,
without
no
saying,
matter
Double
what.
H.
Hang in there.
It's like,
Be a little more disturbing if it was included.
it'd be great if Double H was wrong. Paige comes back. Jade's like, Paige, you're alive. He's like, yeah, I had a great time.
Terrorist strike attempted
Those
by the
guys are
Irish
really
network at the
misunderstood,
municipal
Jade,
Nutripills
let me tell
factory.
you.
Thanks to the
They just
Alpha
want to run
sections,
the best
production
space
line was
casino that there ever
fortunately
was.
saved, and a part of the gang of hoodlums were imprisoned.
The fact is, Jade, these days advertising's difficult. You gotta get word of mouth. And for that, all you can do is kidnap people. I don't like the way they did it, but I sure like what they do.
We can get out through there, Miss Jade.
I shouldn't be so how to put it, louche about this, because this really is a very dark game at its heart.
Kinda, yeah.
It has, what I like about this game is that there's a lightness of tone in the actual, like, playing of it, but the story itself is pretty much dark all the way through. You stiffed Double H out of another heart upgrade. He is gonna die and it will be your fault.
Yep.
You don't even care. Oh my gosh. Is this like Kingdom Hearts? Can your sidekicks die and then, like, come right back at the end of the boss battle?
I think so.
How do you deal with their death? I mean, there's lots of different ways games have managed this when you have more than one on-screen character. The Killer 7.
I think it's treated the same as you dying.
Oh, it is? Then it makes
Yep.
even less sense that you're stiffing Double H. He gets hit twice, then you
We're
lose.
on the right track. The exit isn't far.
Yeah, but he doesn't get hit nearly as often as I do.
Interesting. That's kind of strange, given how he's a much bigger target.
Hey, you recognize this place?
Affirmative. Behind this door lies the cursed machine they used to rob me of half my
I
memories.
keep forgetting this guy is also a journalist, and so... He sounds kind of dumb sometimes, but really, he has a pretty advanced vocabulary. Double H is kind of an interesting character. Everything about him looks like a cliche, and yet he's not really a cliched character. He's got a lot of his own characteristics to him.
It's that way, Miss Jade.
This is true.
What I like about him is his unremitting optimism. He provides a lot of what you might call leaven to the otherwise very dull and depressing plot. Because Jade is just angry. I mean, that's the only thing she has other than sadness. And while Paige is funny,
She's not just angry. She's
well, what I mean is, later in the story, the only thing she has other than the sadness is the anger. Which is a change
although
of pace,
she's still
but
pretty lighthearted.
I guess. I don't
Sorta.
know. I feel like Double H is more Pollyanna-ish than she is. Boy, I used that term twice this episode already.
Although
He's
he
happier.
actually
He's a nicer
does
guy.
get kind of grim.
She does. That's my point.
He
Is
does.
Every game that's sad needs comic relief, and that's what he is.
No, but
There's nothing wrong
he's
with him.
He's pretty serious too sometimes.
He can be, but I don't know. Something about him, he seems like a funnier character than Jade, or even Paige. I mean, literally, every time he enters a room, he goes, Carlson and Peters!
He's very sincere.
That's what I like about him, you know? So many characters these days in video games are just cynical, jaded bastards.
True.
You're not hip for this. You just annoy people. I like characters who are earnest, who really want to get something done and believe that it can be done. When it comes right down to it, that's the only people who really do things in this world. Cynical people don't accomplish anything. That's your daily affirmation, viewers.
It's that way, Miss Jade.
I'm coming out with a calendar if any of you are interested.
Miss Jade, there's an abandoned pearl down there.
How do you know it's abandoned? Maybe someone's coming back for it. I believe this is a situation that calls for the finders, keepers, losers, weepers rule, Miss Jade. By which I'm saying, steal it.
We'll soon be outside.
You can't guarantee that, Double H. There could be a lot of faffing about in this particular section.
Is
If I know
Paige a
who's playing
member
this.
of the Iris Network?
Could be.
I don't think so.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, that Jade's real peppy sometimes.
All I know is how much
Yeah,
you meant
yeah,
to me.
Oh.
Looks like you're finally getting your head back together again. You back with us?
Getting there. But my head is killing me. The machine gave my brain a good scrubbing.
good
That's a clever little.
thorough scrubbing.
That's a clever little riff on brainwashing. Did you know the term brainwashing is actually a calque from Chinese?
Oh?
A calque. This is me doing the language professional thing again. A calque is a time when a collection of two words, like a phrase, is translated directly from one language into another with the same terms.
Oh.
Like, for instance, what's a good example
It's
of
just
that?
over there. I should be able to clear the way.
Some language professional. I still have to rely on Wikipedia for everything.
We're going to have to
So
find
it's
a few
similar to the
somewhere
concept
around
of
here.
mental hygiene.
Yeah, so flea market, for instance, is a calque of a French term. Marche aux puces, market with fleas. That was the original term.
It works.
And we translated it literally. Instead of doing something that was more like sort of
Oh, this thing
metaphorical.
is eating up my insides. I can't hold out much longer.
Another example is the term mouse for a computer thing. A lot of other languages use their word for mouse to describe it. That's a calque from English.
My only hope.
So the Chinese term...
Iris.
Sorry, I'm distracting from the
I can't
from this
breathe.
the story.
No.
I'll say it afterwards.
I'm connecting
All
to
right,
my
whatever.
auxiliary circuits, but they won't hold out very long.
Double H, I love you, but we only have 5 minutes to save you. Okay, anyway. There is a
Where are you,
Chinese
Miss
term,
Jade?
which is where we get the term from, that literally means brainwashing, or washing the brain. And that is where we get the concept. That's why we call it brainwashing. Rather appropriate. In the book The Manchurian Candidate, which is where modern concepts of brainwashing kind of reach the mainstream. If we work together as one Double H, then you need to go where I go. You need to step it up. You're the one who's in trouble. Anyway, in The Manchurian Candidate, the guy who's brainwashed is brainwashed in China by a Chinese doctor who specialized in this stuff.
Interesting.
It's kind of funny. Modern brainwashing techniques were developed in China. And so that's where we get the word. Seems really fun until you think of the context. Mm-hmm. It's neat. Brainwashing is very neat.
Hang in there. Things may get a little rough.
You're telling me, can't you drive this tank a little less choppy?
Hang on. We've made it out.
Now I'm dying and
I can see the
seasick.
entrance to this.
The Forbidden Zone is like, what, 20 yards?
The Forbidden Zone is very close to all of the main thoroughfares of the
Double
city.
H, can you hear me?
Please remember to stay out of the
Seriously,
Forbidden
security
Zone. But I need
in
to
this
go through
place
the
is
Forbidden Zone to get to
awful.
work. Okay, fine. Just this once. Make sure you keep your eyes closed while you're in the
Where are you,
Forbidden Zone.
Miss Jade?
Oh, do you have to call out to him?
No, he can actually follow you pretty well.
You're leaving him way behind.
Actually,
I don't
here's
think
the
you're
other
taking this very
interesting thing.
seriously.
What am I doing? Oh. But if you just run into the Akuta bar... You should... it's basically just
I
you
can't
need
see
to
a
get to the
thing.
Akuta
Where
bar.
are you, Miss
That's kind of
Jade?
weird. Yeah, that's a great idea. Use the door and block him off from getting in there.
Quick! Double H is with me. He needs help.
Double H just pounding his head against the
Double H reporting
closet.
for duty.
Let me in!
The sections have taken possession of the... They...
I'm taking possession of the...
At your
without
service.
express written consent of Major League Baseball. Ugh. No flash photography.
May, we have to give him our last dose of antidote.
Hub.
Oh, that was some good
Can you hear me?
exposition right there.
Say something.
His pulse is dropping rapidly. Prepare the injection.
Oh. Oh. He's got that thing.
The thing.
One of us. Gooble gobble.
Hey, quick! We're losing him.
I'm here, Hub.
Do they-
You're gonna be all right.
Do they really expect her to trade her soul for some
Hang
guy
on,
she's
it's
met like
almost
20 minutes ago?
But he's so cool. Yeah, I know, that'd be a pretty
Thanks
crappy
to you,
version of
Jade, Hub is
Faust.
safe.
Faust, you must trade away your soul
He'll be
to
okay.
save this
He'll
kitten.
be back on his feet in a couple of
He's
weeks.
like a male version of
Friends, I
Dulcinea.
believe Jade has just
Wow,
shown us
that
an
was
amazing
interesting.
demonstration of courage.
Interesting little remark.
Nice work, kid.
You read
Not
Don
exactly.
Quixote?
Now come have a look.
I'm familiar with that.
That's where the
My favorite part of
victims
Don
are taken.
Quixote? Quixote
That's
is
where
not
they're
even his
taking your
name.
Uncle Jade.
The author can't remember
Oh.
his name, but he thinks it's either Quijada or Quisada.
Your last report from
So
the
he says right at the
had a
beginning.
large impact on the population. The Hylians
Yep.
have
Now they're rioting and they've
simultaneously
destroyed
shown their
everything.
support.
You've really made a positive impact on the world, Jade.
It's just like
This
V
is
for
for you.
Vendetta.
Yep.
It'll come in handy in the future.
Wow, that's a lot of pearls. Jesus. Man, forget saving this planet. With this much dough, we can go find a better planet. There's an alternate version of this story where as soon as you get the jet, Jade is like, you know what? Screw everything. I'm starting over.
I'll be back to check up on Double H.
I'll change my whole life around. Get a nose ring and work in a trendy coffee shop on a planet with less crap in it.
WWTAO. We work together as one.
Carlson and Peters, page 823.
You've read it? I think
Yeah, how does she know that?
I think I'm in love. That is kind of weird.
Or was she just guessing?
Break up the team.
SUDA. Stop using dumb acronyms. Oh my gosh.
That's-
Suda. That's like Suda 51.
I was actually going to say something about that. but
Conspiracy
yeah.
theories. Welcome to Let's Conspiracize. Conspire. Let's conspire. I actually hate it when people take things that are already like based on a noun and try to make it into a more complicated noun. Although some of them are here to stay, like obligated, despite the fact that the technical term would be obliged. But other ones, I hate it when people do it, you know? Like, let me communicatize with you. That's not actually what they say, but I mean, people do sometimes use words like that, which just don't make sense.
We'll qualitize our paradigm.
Qualitize, that's a, yeah, it's a perfect example.
Identification. Okay.
A box of organic K-Bups does exactly the same thing as a box of K-Bups, but it costs 4 times as much.
I do like to think that those are organic
You
K-Bups.
buy them from like a stall in the middle of the street. They must
I
be.
bought these K-Bups from the farmer's market.
Yeah, exactly. Free range,
Identification.
farm-grown
Okay.
K-Bups. Dr. Tran's peppermint K-Bups.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well done, Yeet.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you managed to buy some interesting things here. You can get a bonus for the super deck. That's what you thought you had earlier, right? You
Yeah.
forgot you didn't have it?
Yep.
There's another pearl in there too, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like $4,000, and I don't think I need
I love how Double H is wandering around all despondent. He's like, what is this horrible place? The lights are so low, and there's this weird smell in the air. That's incense, Double H. I don't like it, whatever it is.
it. Oh.
Oh,
And then I'm
found
gonna
the special
I get
shop.
to grab some. Oh, grab it. The latest Iris broadcast.
oh, this guy runs a little podcast alley on the side, huh?
Something like.
It is an alley where you find podcasts.
Although I like that.
513.
You know, pearls are
Human
supposed to be
traffic
illegal,
in
but you have
Neutrophils
people
factory.
obviously
Reporters, Double
openly
H and
trading
Shawnee.
them.
Yeah.
According to the Alpha sections, the shuttles between the factory and the slaughterhouse ensure the provisioning of our soldiers. But our reporters have successfully infiltrated these places. The factory is actually a cover for human traffic.
What you thought was a
Hundreds of
slaughterhouse
victims
is
are sent there
actually,
daily under the
well, a
surveillance of the
slaughterhouse,
Alpha
but
sections.
metaphorically.
The Alpha sections
That's actually a
themselves
really
are
shitty
controlled by
photo.
It is. All of these
The
photos are
Alpha
terrible.
sections
These
are
aren't even the
traitors
photos you
under
took,
the
are
pay
they?
of the Doms.
I think they are.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh well.
Do you have
But
an
it just
option
gives you a-
where Jade can take some classes in, like, composition or film editing?
Well, I think she just needs a less shitty camera, honestly.
That's true. Yeah, but she can't be lugging around like a giant tripod photo rig wherever she goes.
Though it does work well as as essentially a mark.
Like, one of
as
the
a
Dom's
combat
things is all
site.
in your grill, and you're like, hold on a second, I gotta set this photo up. The Dom's
It is
like,
weird
the
that she
Dom's
uses
is like,
her
ooh,
camera
get my good side. This one is my good
As a
side.
combat site, though, isn't it?
Although that would kind of suggest the Doms have a good side, which pretty much all their sides are butt ugly. I'm sorry, what were you trying to say to me while I was ranting?
I was saying it's kind of weird that she uses her camera as a combat site.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. But she doesn't have a gun. I mean, it's just for that dumb little disc golf launcher.
Which is shockingly accurate.
It is. Shockingly. Need some energy? Can you share energy between the two characters? Or did you just give him food?
So, more important, I can give him Starkos.
Right.
I can actually share my,
Well, don't share the K-bups. I mean, let's be serious
my
here.
heart modules with him.
Right. Oh, you can still do that. Well, that's nice. I didn't think that was actually an option. I thought that once you used those heart things, they were permanently assigned to a character. I'm used to that from other games. Mostly Zelda. Just one more of those and you can get that other thing. What? Oh. Well, that was a waste of a tortilla chip.
Not entire. Oh, yeah.
That thing could have been a single nacho, and it would have been delicious.
Indeed.
If only you could find some shredded cheese. There's a question you don't see answered in this game. Does this universe have cheese in it? I want to know. Fanfiction writers, get on this.
What kind of food supplements does it have?
I don't even know. You only see a few types of food in this game. Which is still better than most games where you don't see any food at all. But it's not like Fallout levels of detail.
Yeah, well.
Aha!
Have some radioactive K-bups.
Fried K-bups.
Ah, that's right.
There's
up
so
my
many
alley.
ways to cook K-bups. Whatever they are.
That's as far as it goes
Are
in
they
that
fruit?
direction.
Are they a vegetable?
It's a district
Did
blocked
we
by
make
the
them, or
Alpha
do they
sections.
belong to nature? We have no idea.
Those fucking
We'll
things
catch
do
up
not
further
belong to nature.
K-bups are kind of like poplars from Futurama. No one actually knows what they are.
More
Whoa.
pearl hunting.
Neato. This is a good still shot. I wonder if they used that in the promotional material. They should have. Oof, this is tense. Nice one.
Why, thank you.
Truly the skills of a master spy. There we go. Tuck and roll.
Yep.
That's what you learned from all those Aikido classes. I actually took Aikido when I was a kid. Kind of a fun discipline. You learn how to take a fall. You learn how to make someone fall so they don't get hurt. And you learn all the techniques to incapacitate someone without hurting them. Like blackmail. No, I'm kidding. What's interesting about Aikido is that it's a very recent discipline. Most martial arts have at least like a century of history behind them.
Yeah.
But Aikido was invented in the 20s. Kind of ironic when you consider what happened to Japan after Morihei Ueshiba invented Aikido. He would not have approved.
Yeah, well.
Not Ueshiba approved. Sorry, Ueshiba-san. I just like saying that.
This part's kind of annoying.
Looks kind of cool to me. You did a good job.
No, see the two guards below.
Oh, that part. Yeah, that sucks.
And the laser bot that'll one-shot me if they catch me.
How do they have such all these elaborate setups in the middle of a normal city? Did they really like retrofit all of these previously existing houses and rooms
I guess.
to be these giant, death space layers? It's weird. It's like Star Wars, but it's inside of a regular city. Ooh. Ah, there's that magic gun.
Yep.
They say there is no magic bullet, unless it's for killing Jade. So that activates as soon as they see you? Is that what it is?
Yep.
So whereas other parts of the game might be described as a stealth-esque section, this is an enforced stealth section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You also notice they have no breathing tanks.
Right, because they're special. They have become more fully alienized. Oh.
I wonder if they're more alienized or less.
No, I think it's more. My guess is the DOMs exude some kind of gas or like miasma that makes it hard for normal humans to breathe. So the less alienized alpha sections have to wear that tank to protect them. But the ones who are more like the DOMs, they've
Interesting.
become so much like the DOMs that they don't get harmed by it. That's what I think. One of the best things about this game was the way in which its level design, the way in which its level design encouraged you to look around and be very careful, but it didn't make it difficult to do. It's actually rather easy to get through these levels, but it's not rote. You know, you have to look around. You end up using the environment to your advantage. Any game that can accomplish that is a well-designed game, except for that last boss. Oh. So are those 3 pearls the only things to be found here?
Maybe I get more, I don't remember.
I mean, once you get them, can you die and keep them? Or do you have to get out of here?
Well, I have to get out of here.
I see.
Dying would just put me back in the same part of the level.
But the pearls would return to their former place.
Well, it's more like reverting to an older save.
Interesting.
That's how dying works. It's not like you die in. It's not like it happens in game, like say BioShock or Undertale.
Right. So if you die, that's the end of the line.
Oh, this part.
It's like a low-tech version of that scene from Metal Gear Solid.
Also, you'll notice those laser buttons.
Yeah. No, I like this premise. It's like an elevator section in a lot of games, but it's stealth instead of combat. Which is pretty cool.
This part is pretty cool. Except that you have to manually hold down the crouch button. That's what I fucking hate about these controls.
Yeah. I'll bet you got sore thumbs at the end of this.
There's actually, I think, a...
Oh. That is rough. He actually gets on the lift with you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crud. And you can't kick him, because that would mean standing up.
There's actually a program I have that could let me artificially hold down a button, which I think I'm going to start using.
That's an excellent idea. Oh, poor sap.
Thanks for the ride, buddy.
You're not safe now. Where are your friends now?
Double H, there are tons of alpha sections in the subsoil of Hillis.
Wait,
better not stick
Double H
around
just
here
went
much
through those
longer.
lasers. What's he up to?
Oh, his armor's laser-proof. You didn't know that?
Why doesn't he do this crap? He
Um,
can just punch all the alpha sections.
well, because... Nah, they're better armed than him.
If I were Jade, I'd be pissed. You could
No.
go through those the whole time? Okay.
What's dumb is that she can't, like, piggyback on him. Or anything
Or wear
like
his
that.
armor. She's pretty athletic, you know. Oh well. Well, this has been quite a wild ride.
Indeed.
Thanks for tuning in again, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Beyond Good and Evil by Mikhail Ansel / Nietzsche. And good night.
See you later.